Hey guys, Huda here from the .comgal.com, and today I want to show you how to choose a domain name for your blog. If you have been thinking about buying a domain, please stop and watch this video before you do that, because I want to help you choose the right domain name for you that you won't regret and that you would hopefully stick to. Okay, so let's get started. So first of all, I'd like to tell you that I've actually written an extensive guide about this actually today, and I'm going to leave a link below to this. It covers a lot of detail. In this video, I'm going to show you things that you need to kind of research before you buy, but if you go to my blog post, you're going to find a lot of information that is additional to this video. Okay, so you've thought about your niche. In case, by the way, in case you haven't thought about your niche, in case you haven't decided what niche you're going to go for, I've made a video about that. You will find the link somewhere up here and also below this video if you want to check it out, where I actually give you different ideas about different niches, and I gave you a list of different niches that you could choose from in case you're stuck and you don't know what to choose. Okay, but if you have already chosen a niche, then I'm going to show you what to research before you go ahead and buy a domain. So the first thing I want to tell you is buy a .com. This is something that you've probably heard before, and it's for a good reason, because most of the people just assume that every website ends with a .com. Of course, not everyone, but most people just assume that all websites have a .com. .com is more common. It's also very easy to remember. That's one thing. The second thing, choose a name that is easy to write, easy to read, easy to pronounce, easy to remember. Don't use something that is complicated or too long or whatever. Don't use hyphens, okay? Because hyphens are very annoying. Also, they show that you are an amateur, that you don't know what you're doing. Plus, people are not going to bother to remember to put hyphens between your words in your domain. So for example, you thought about a domain and you really like it, and you looked for it on a registrar like Namecheap or whatever, and you found it available, but don't buy it just yet. You need to do a couple of things to make sure that actually that domain is right for you. So the first thing we're going to go to is called Wayback Machine. Okay, so the Wayback Machine will show you if your domain was owned by someone before you. And if it was owned by someone before you, even if it's available now, it's better to check what it looked like, what the content was like, you know, because you don't want to be associated with someone who used that domain for some weird stuff, like, I don't know, gambling or scammy stuff or whatever. If that domain in the past had bad reputation, you don't want to buy that domain. So let me show you an example of how to search for a domain history. I'm going to use my own domain, which is the .comgal.com. I'm going to enter it here. Okay, and I'm going to hit enter. So as you can see here, from 2014 until 2021 and now, it has been active. These, graphs or whatever you want to call them, are times and dates where my domain's screenshots were taken. So it can show you what it looked like in 2014, in 2015, 16, and so on. Okay, so when you go down to the calendar, let's look back in 2016, for example. Then you will see a bunch of dates here that are highlighted. Those are the dates where screenshots were taken. So let's just choose one of these. If you hover over a date that is highlighted, you will see times. So you can click on one of them, okay? And then it will show you what the site looked like in the past and the kind of content it had. Okay, so if it is a site that kind of was in the same niche as you, offering the same kind of content with no red flags of scams or weird stuff, then you can go ahead and buy it. Okay, but not just yet, because I'm going to show you something else. But if it looks like something shady or weird, I'd stay away from it. And by the way, my site shows from 2014, and actually that's when I bought it. It wasn't owned by anyone else before I did. Okay, so the next thing we want to look at is a site called Namechecker, namechecker.com. This site is where you can look for social accounts associated with that domain name. So if you look for a domain name, a new domain name, and you found it, it's available, you looked at the history and you found that it's okay, checks out, either nobody owned it before or it was owned by someone before, but it was all right, like it's the same niche and it kind of offers the same kind of content, then you want to look at the social accounts. Why do you want to look at the social accounts? Because you want to go ahead and sign up to each one of these social platforms. This is something that I didn't know back in the day, but now I do. So if they're all available, sign up for all of them. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to tell you to be active in all of these social media platforms. I hate social media. Honestly, I really hate it, especially Facebook, okay? But it's good to have your accounts saved in these social media platforms because you don't want some weirdo to come and pick up a social media account and use your name on it and do something weird. Again, bad reputation. You don't want that. So just sign up for all of them. It's going to take you some time, and then keep them. And then you can just use whichever you want. This is up to you. How many social platforms you want to be active on is entirely up to you. But from my point of view, don't be everywhere. Like, don't spread yourself too thin because it's just overwhelming. So once you found that these social platforms are available and you've checked the history and you found that it's okay, checks out, then you can go ahead and buy your domain name. Okay, so basically this is what you do when you already have an idea about what you want to call your domain. All right, you've looked for it, it's available, and you want to go ahead and do a research and go and buy it, right? But what if you don't know what to call it? You just have a niche, you have a keyword, and you don't know what to call your domain. In that case, I'm going to show you two tools that are free as well, and that can help you come up with ideas. The first one is instantdomainsearch.com. So once you go there, you don't have to sign up or anything, and click on Domain Generator. All right. Here, you can just write a keyword and it will give you a massive, huge list of domain ideas that are available if you want to buy them. So let's try something here. I'm going to go for crochet, for example. Okay. So I'm writing crochet here, and obviously crochet.com is taken. But look at this huge list of different sites that are available for you to buy. When it says buy, it means it's available. The price will be different, whether it's a premium or not a premium, that's a different story, okay? And you can load more. And if it's already owned by someone, you will see who is. It means that someone already owns that. But as long as it says buy, then it's available for purchase, okay? Some of them might be premium domains, so they might cost more. But then again, you can just check the ones that you like, and then you can go and look for the prices. But again, once you find something that you like, you have to do that research of going back to the Wayback Machine and checking the social accounts. The second tool that I like to use is called expireddomains.net. So expireddomains.net gives you a list of expired domains. It shows you domains that have expired or dropped, like today, yesterday, in the past, that are available. But the thing here is that you have to sign up for an account. I'm gonna log in. It's free. You don't have to pay anything. But when you log in, you have much more data and you have much more flexibility to filter whatever you want. And you can also check by keyword. So let's stay in the crochet niche, okay? And I want to check something related to crochet. So I'm gonna write crochet here and click on search. And then you get this list. There's like 647 pages, but we want to filter this. So we go to filter, we click on additional, and then we just want this to show us the .com ones, only .com, and then apply filter. Then it will show you all the expired domains that are available. And here you can find either the price, or if they are in an auction, or if they're available. If they're available, it means that you can go ahead to like Namecheap or whatever and buy one for a normal price. Okay, but then again, you have to check the Wayback Machine. I know that I'm repeating myself, but it's very important. The good thing about expired domains is that sometimes you can actually find some really, like, you can find a gold mine, because you can find an expired domain that has authority and has backlinks, and you can actually buy it for a regular price or maybe a little more, and then you already have backlinks. If that domain was in the same niche as yours, you can already start getting traffic if it had some backlinks. So what you can do is go to the Wayback Machine and see what kind of content they used to publish, write something better, and keep those links coming. But anyway, this is beyond the scope of this video, but I just wanted to mention this, that you can actually find some pretty cool expired domains if you do some research. Okay, so these are basically the things that you should do before you go and buy a domain. I hope that you found this video useful. If you have, please click the like button, subscribe to my content if you like it, and don't forget to check my complete guide on how to choose a domain name. I'll leave a link below so that you can read that blog post, because I have so many more details in there. I hope you found some value in this. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. And also check out my other videos on my left if you are interested in those topics. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you like my content. And also please follow me on Pinterest. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video.